Alright, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we got what's hiding in the most solitary place on Earth. It's gonna be about the deep sea and stuff, and what kind of creatures is in the deep sea. So let's get into it, man.
Sometimes the world feels boring.
Right, okay.
We've visited all the remote islands, conquered the Arctic, and penetrated the deepest jungles. But there is still one place to explore. It's a wet and deadly desert inhabited by mysterious creatures.
Isn't it like 90-something% or maybe like 80% of the ocean's like not explored? That's actually crazy when you think about
darkness. The deep sea. Let's dive down.
It's actually mad.
When we look at the
how much of the seas are on its flood
oceans, it's hard to believe that less than 2% of all biomass on Earth lives here. And of that small percentage, around 90% is located close to the surface in the first 200 meters.
Right.
This is where we begin our journey. Here, light can still penetrate the water, which allows photosynthesis to occur. Phytoplankton, trillions and trillions of single-celled algae and bacteria make up the foundation of the ocean's ecosystem, and they're consumed by bigger plankton who are consumed by other species. The seafloor at this depth is akin to the Amazon rainforest.
Bro, it's actually weird how like fish and shit work like that, and like we have things like the jellyfish that don't have a fucking like brain and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's actually crazy, bro.
It's often covered with coral reefs, algae, and other sea plants that are home to a plethora of sea animals. So far, we've focused most of our attention on this comparatively pleasant environment where we fish, swim, pollute, and do science. So, let's dive deeper. Moving from familiar coastal waters into deeper, more remote waters, we eventually reach the edge of the Continental Shelf, where we're confronted with the Continental Slope, the long descent down to the deep sea. With every additional meter of water, light fades drastically, which means there are basically no more plants, and the seemingly steep Continental Slope begins to remind us of the surface of the moon. Looking out, we're faced by what seems to be endless open water. Let's leave the slope behind us and enter what's known as the Twilight Zone, the portal to the deep sea. As we sink down further, the water pressure rises to deadly levels. The deepest scuba dive ever came in at 332 meters. At that depth, the pressure is like having 200 cars stacked on top of you.
Alright, so if a scuba divers die, you know, they dove that deep, right, and that's the pressure, how the fuck are they getting back up? What they got, like some water jet pack or some shit? Like, how they get back up?
We've only completed 3% of our journey. While this region seems pretty grim, many fish and other animals actually spend at least half their lives down here.
Mad.
During the day, it's a good place to rest and recover, hidden from predators in the vast, dark waters. At night, they can travel more safely into shallower zones to feed in the food-rich surface waters. In this transition zone between twilight and darkness, light becomes a powerful tool. Over 90% of the species indigenous to this deep environment use bioluminescence chemicals to create light.
Bro, that's crazy, man. How, like, they literally light up themselves, and there's like a fish with like a fucking light bulb on their head, bro. How mad is that?
Do so as camouflage against the very faint sunlight.
Bro, it's so crazy.
To potential mates, or to confuse
There is! What the fuck is this, man?
Attackers. Or they use light to hunt. Another tool for survival in the dark is teamwork. At around 700 meters, we encounter a colony of siphonophores. They can be up to 50 meters in length, but are only as wide as a broomstick.
The fuck is that?
To attract prey, a colony creates a tragically beautiful bright blue or red light and deploys a curtain of tentacles filled with toxic needles that kill anything that comes too close.
What the fuck?
But most species living down here have to rely on an unlikely resource, marine snow. White, flaky stuff that constantly sinks from the surface to the bottom of the ocean. It consists of dead plant or animal parts, fecal matter, shells, sand, or dust. Even though this doesn't sound very tasty, without this crucial resource, life in the deep sea would starve. It's in this area that the most fascinating battles between two unlikely enemies could happen. Sperm whales hunt and attack a giant squid the size of a house. While the
Wait, what's the size of a house? The fucking squid? Are squids that big?
squid fight back ferociously, they probably don't stand a chance, but they do leave permanent marks on their killer's skin. As we reach 1,000 meters, deeper than the tallest structure built by humans, we need to be careful. This is the Midnight Zone, a place of utter darkness. A barely explored wet wasteland consisting of nothing but endless black open water.
Bro, that's
At
horrible
these
when you
depths,
think about
it's
it.
harder for a human to take a swim than to take a walk in space.
It's actually
Finding
weird,
food
isn't it?
down here-
Like it's actually scary, like how dark it is and you're underwater, bro, and just anything could be around you at any point. Bro,
It's really hard,
no
so
way.
life had to adapt and
No
become
way.
extremely energy efficient. Like the 30-centimeter long vampire squid that floats through the water without motion, with long and slender catching arms
What the
extended.
fuck is that?
They're covered in tiny, stiff hairs which brush food from the water. This saves a lot of energy compared to actively catching food. For carnivorous fish, it's much harder to find food since living prey is quite rare down here.
Bro, it's so much effort being a fish, man. Like they can't just like go and walk to their closest shop. Like we take it for granted. We really do. Like we could have been a fish. We legit could have been a fish, bro. We have to hunt your fucking food, and it's a lot of hard work. We just go to the shops and we just get whatever we want, man. You're hungry, you go to the fridge, you get food.
So the hunters have to get a perfect grip on
Poor
their
fish
victim
life,
on
man.
first strike, otherwise it will escape into the dark. Many deep-sea predators have several sets of long and deadly teeth. Like the viperfish, which uses its long fangs to trap even large prey and swallow it whole. Or
What?
the frilled
Bro,
shark
that's a
with
snake.
its impressive set of 300 teeth, which are
How'd you
curved
do, man?
backwards to hook their
Bro, isn't it mad how like, bro, I know I'm like pausing it a lot talking about fish here, but like, isn't it mad how like they're constantly looking for fish to eat, but then they're also constantly being hunted themselves to be eaten? Bro, that's fucking
victims
crazy.
in their mouths. We sink further, below the 3,800 mark, as deep as the grave of the Titanic. We are now at abyssal depths. Here, life happens in slow motion.
Huh?
Preserving every last bit of energy is crucial for survival. Everything down here hovers motionless.
Why is this fish still here, bro? Bro, this fucking light bulb head fish is in every single level, dude.
Or swims in a slow, elegant fashion. The only time the animals living in this zone move fast is when they have to escape danger. Like the Dumbo octopod paddling with its ear-like fins, or the grenadier's fish with its slow, eel-like tail beats. At 4,000 meters, we finally reach ground again, the Abyssal Plain. It's covered in grey mud and rocks, dusted with the remains of marine snow, which is consumed by animals like sea cucumbers, shrimp, sea urchins, and sea worms. In some regions of the seafloor, small, dark mineral deposits can be seen. These are manganese nodules. Deep-sea corals and sponges use them to anchor themselves on the bottom of the sea. Though life is sparse on the deep seafloor, even down here there are oases. In the rift valleys, where tectonic plates are splitting apart, magma heats up seawater and creates dark jets of water and minerals as hot as 400 degrees Celsius
Look at the crabs
that
just
form
like
elaborate
partying, bro.
chimneys and towers. Extremophile bacteria use the minerals to create organic substances that are the basis for unique ecosystems. As we descend further, we reach the deepest point of the Abyssal Plain at 6,000 meters.
Bro,
For
we're
most of the
still
seafloor,
going.
this is as deep as it gets. But if we want to get to the deepest point of the oceans, we're actually only halfway there.
What the fuck?
Let's enter the Hadal Zone, the underworld of the sea. It consists of long, narrow trenches that only make up around 0.25% of the oceans and are among the most extreme environments on Earth. Only extremophiles exist down here, like the ethereal snailfish that holds the record for the deepest living fish ever seen at around 8,000 meters.
Bro, what on
We
earth
see
is that?
spiky
Why
and
has it got a
sharp
head
black
like
rocks
that?
rush by as we sink down to more than 10,000. until we reach the final slope. A trench inside the larger Mariana Trench with gently sloping sides that enframe a valley about 1.6 kilometers wide. This is it, the deepest point, the Challenger Deep, 11,000 meters below the surface.
Have we ever been to that Challenger Deep?
Pressure here is 1,086 bar. Taking a swim here is like having to balance 1,800 elephants on top of you.
18? Oh my god.
But even
bro.
here, life has found a way to thrive.
What?
Next to sea cucumbers, white and light pink amphipods wiggle their way through the water. Their size is astounding. While their
How?
shallow water cousins are merely a few centimeters long, the deep sea version can reach up to 30 centimeters. And there are other things floating elegantly through the water. Plastic bags that were found by scientists in 2018.
Oh my god, of course.
Even the remotest place on Earth is not safe from human influence.
Wow.
There's nothing left to do now, and our oxygen is running out, so we begin our ascent.
Bro, that's actually crazy, isn't it? That's actually crazy. There's probably so many fucking fish because even if we have been to like the lowest point, right, and we've seen the fish that we've seen on the way there, it's like strolling through the jungle for the very first time, and that's it. And only one part of the jungle, like only a fraction of the jungle, and you only walk through it once, right? So like you're gonna find new fish and new animals every single time you walk through the jungle, every single part that you go to. That's just like the ocean, right? Every single part of the ocean, every single part of the world, every single part of the deep part is you're gonna get different fucking fishes, bro. So like just think how many fucking animals is down there, bro, and how many crazy shit's down there. Like there's probably massive fucking creatures, bro, that, you know, if we're floating down a camera or something, or whatever scientific like equipment we use to like find these fish, they might know that it's coming and, you know, swim away, right? So like, bro, there's probably some mad creatures that we still don't know exist.
We finally see a glimpse of light. We arrive back at a calm surface. The oceans are so deep. There is so much of them. We owe it to ourselves and to our descendants to preserve them as well as we can.
Yeah, that's facts.
There are still so many wondrous things left to be discovered.
Oh, that's so peaceful.
So,
on top is
you're
so peaceful.
all tingly now and want to go exploring? Why not start
I'll
off with
pass.
some juicy science?
I'll pass. Right, let's just go do their website now. But really good video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. If you guys got any videos you want me to react to, link them down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you do leave a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys in the next video.